get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Slot man moves right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. The Bills passing game, getting him down the field. They've got another first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunky yardage picked up there.
He's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Sullivan. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Chapman, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Harrington. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Thomas, the man in motion left. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Tyler Ervin back deep. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barker. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. And that one results in 35 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is...
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play, because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Sullivan. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And now here's a carry heading left. Able to slither by. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Deshaun Hall able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up a throw. It's caught. Jones. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this seemingly endless drive continues. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Slot man moves right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. A second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And to give this time to the tailback. Look at the spin. He finds an opening past the 40, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room, as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Well, they always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. second down following the run. Shepard will go in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll running right through it. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Shifts by him at the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the ball is knocked out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
Yeah, it was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spins past it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And on 2nd and 10 now. Play action. Now Wilson. He goes underneath to Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On second down, Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. In motion left is Thomas. On 3rd down, that's Harrington. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is knocked down from the side, right at the 45. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again is Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to roam now. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now they send a man in motion right. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
The slot man in motion right.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They're going to look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be knocked down sideways. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 3rd down, Drake. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are back within a score. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice spin into some open field. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. On first down, Drake. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Shepard will go in motion right. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. The Raiders have widened their lead even further. A win would be their first of the young season. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Going to give this time to the tailback. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this one is right down the middle. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. The Raiders have widened their lead even further. A win would be their first of the young season. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on.